Cup 2026. My name is Dragons. I'm here with Aquatic, and we have a banger of a losers bracket match for you today. We have Seed 6 Brazil, Seed 17 Poland. Brazil, being the unfortunate victims of an upset at the hand of France, are going to have to play the rest of their tournament through the losers bracket. Poland coming off of a fairly dominant win over Thailand in the losers bracket, and they are meeting here today.
Yep, indeed they are, and just looking at some of the skill sets, it does seem Brazil is going to have the upper hand in this match here, being the obviously much higher seed compared to Poland, seed 6 versus the seed 15 that Poland is sitting at. Brazil looks to be very, very strong. Those mechanics picks, being the speed as well as the stamina. But Poland is not too shabby on those either, and it seems that Poland's very, very well rounded out in most of those skill sets in general. Specifically on that technical section that we see here, Brazil is nothing to scoff at as well. Nonetheless, we should be getting started into the roles as well as the pick and bans soon.
For sure. I am definitely expecting some sort of DT protect coming out from Brazil here. If I had to take a guess, I would probably say DT3 is what we're going to be seeing from Brazil here on the protect side of things. But we got second pick for Brazil.
Yep. And Poland's choice of ban order is coming out very, very soon. Any predictions on picks and bans for both of these teams, Dragon?
Ooh, not too sure. I could imagine some sort of tapping bans from Poland. Like, even though they are a fairly strong tapping team, I could see something like a no mod tapping kind of going out the window here. But again, these are two teams with somewhat similar skill sets, so it's a little hard to say. I would also not be surprised at any at some like hidden bans maybe from either team here. So especially with this hidden pool is something else. It's kind of fire, but
yep. I mean, we get to the hidden pools is pretty diverse in terms of skill set in general. You got the Acrnym low AR HD2, got that more standard HD1, a bit of an older style mapping, I believe, custom map for this week, and a CS1 alt tech check in HD3. So you got some very
awesome,
diverse skill sets in that HD pool. But yeah, does seem like the second ban has been picked, or I believe that is Brazil.
I believe it was Poland.
Oh, Poland. Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, so we are kind of just here waiting. But yeah, both. Yeah, so again, this is a losers bracket match. So unfortunately, the loser of this match is the team we are going to be seeing for the last time here in 5WC 2026. So definitely a match with pretty big stakes, especially I'd say for Brazil. As seed 6, just don't want to go out this early, but. And never mind, we have double Hard Rock protects coming out here.
Very interesting.
Surprising, but yeah. but hey, I mean, I like it. But so yeah, no 1-4 ban from Brazil. That definitely makes sense. Again, Poland, you were saying, very strong tech team, all things considered. So not super surprised to see that. And I guess we'll see if we're gonna see some sort of tapping ban coming out here from Poland. And yeah, DT2.
Yeah, indeed. DT2, the speed pick that Brazil has been shown to be incredibly strong on throughout the entire tournament. And next ban for Brazil, it is double bans after all. HR3 protected by Poland, a very understandable protect given their tech prowess. It's going to be a bit of a mechy, like a mech tech pick, a custom from 6-digit World Cup put on HR3.
Ooh. You know, I could see I could see a Fremont 1 ban here. I kind of forgot that was in the pool. I could definitely see a Fremont 1 ban here from Brazil. Mexican Caravan, that map is just brutal, man. But we'll see.
They're taking their time, and the Nomad 3 has been banned out. Both control picks of the Nomad pool are gone. Nomad 3 features a bit of that alt-techy skill set. More so on the alt side, but nonetheless gets rid of that control skill set for Poland. Very understandable. Poland looking to presumably ban out another mechanics map, be it Nomad 2 or possibly DT3.
Yeah, DT3 wouldn't surprise me. I think Poland overall is stronger on that sort of Nomad tapping than their DT tapping necessarily. So yeah, DT3 is going to be out here. And so yeah, so it is now time. It's now time for picks. Again, both two Hard Rock protects. So I'll be curious to see if that's where either team wants to head towards first. And you also have that Hard Rock 2 open as well if anyone wants to get into some wacky massive nuke group precision. But we could see something like. We could see the Hard Rock 3 from Poland. Could also see something like a Hidden 3, something like a Fremont 1. Definitely a lot of ways that Poland could go here to start out.
Yep. Map is just starting. We have the entire pool to go through here. Ladies and gentlemen, Poland, I mean, they do have something like that HD3 for the control picks. Just looking at the way that Brazil has banned out all of those Nomad control, but if they are not feeling too confident on the HD consistency, something like Fremont 3 could possibly work out. A Niwashi map. Although that, I know it does present with some higher BPM sections that could be devastating for Team Poland if they struggle on the higher BPMs, of course.
For sure.
Certainly taking their time with the picks. Gimmick maps are still on the board. Neither teams have gone for that gimmick. Not too sure if they've particularly, if either team's particularly favored on those gimmick maps in the Nomad 6 as well as the HD2. But they are there as wildcards.
Yeah, for sure. That might end up being kind of one of those, like one of those moments in a match where like both teams are just kind of like staring at those maps for the entire match, and they just like never get picked unless this ends up going to like a near tiebreaker situation. But
wait, our first pick has come out. It is going to be HR3 Poland starting off the match with their protect of all picks. A very interesting choice coming from Poland, considering just it is very uncommon for teams to go for that protect as their very, very first pick in the match. But nonetheless,
I mean, I don't hate it though. I mean, coming into this as the underdog, if you can get a point on the board early, I mean, that's a big mental boost that you can definitely benefit from. So I really don't hate this from Poland. So
of course, a very safe pick to start off the match with. We'll see how this goes. This map does feature some of those mechanic parts, but it is at that much lower BPM compared to the other mech picks that would theoretically be much more favored towards Brazil. Just BPM at just under 175, 174 BPM. Drain time at 2 minutes and 46 seconds. AR10, of course, it is HR after all, and CS 4.8. Relatively high for a tech map, so the higher CS could catch some of these players off guard.
For sure, but yeah, so it looks like we're getting our folks in here now. And yeah, so looks like we are getting filled out here on the side of Brazil with Lucani, Ketsui, Z-Storm, and Kawa. Then over on the side of Poland, looks like we're going to be rolling with Willumina, Archer Bestia, Pasta, and Zero Bread. So we're going to see. Let's see how some of those how some of those first map nerves might be going for some of these teams. But regardless, getting into it now, and in theory, getting into it now. There we go.
Yep, here we go. This map is going to feature some of those tapping mech tech sections. The slider aim is going to have some of those ticks that you better remember to aim, or else that is going to be a combo reset. Immediately off the bat, we see a early break from Pasta. That is going to be the first break of the map and the match. Yeah. Another break coming out from Pasta, but it is 3 FCs to 4.
Yeah, but we get a trade from Ketsui here on the side of Brazil as we get into this first tech part. No one else finding any breaks here in this little tech section so far, so that is going to send the lead kind of flickering back and forth here. Another break from Pasta, though, is going to start sending it back over to Brazil here, but ooh, and a miss from Archer Bestia is going to hurt as well, so right now it is going to be 2 FCs to 3, favoring the side of Brazil here, as the score lead is going to grow to around 50k here. And
yeah, indeed, and that's 3 FCs to 2. Zero Bread and Willumina are the only ones holding on Team Poland. The map is reaching the one-third section, and that is another break for Team Brazil. It is now 2 FCs to 1, as Zero Bread also trades. Z-Storm finds that miss as well, though.
As well. It is Willumina versus Kawa, but Kawa with the better accuracy here, and already a 125k score gap. You are gonna need a break from them here to bring this back if you're Brazil, or sorry, if you're Poland rather. And if you're Willumina, you need to hold on here, especially with a really solid recovery combo coming out from Ketsui here, as we get into the second half of this map. Recovery combo already approaching the 650, and fairly good recovery combos on the side of Poland as well with Archer Bestia and Pasta, but it's just actually it looks like it might actually be enough to bring it back on its own now that I think about it. Oh, but a miss from Z-Storm is actually going to help Poland out a lot here, but it is
getting into the last quarter of the map, and Willumina finds that crucial miss.
Oh, traded by Kawa, though, so it is now all in the hands of Ketsui here for Brazil. That score lead is moving over to the side of Poland. Oh, but a break from Pasta. It is just Archer Bestia, and I don't know if it's going to be enough. A break from Zero Bread as well, and Ketsui is going to be holding the line here, it looks like. Oh,
but they do find that miss. Is there enough time, though? Lucani also break. That's all of the recovery combos on Team Brazil gone, but that is 150k score lead that they must make up for at the ending points of this map, and I don't think there is enough time, as Brazil takes Poland's takes Poland's pick as the first breakpoint, as well as Poland's protect. This is not looking very good for Poland whatsoever.
Yeah, that definitely hurts quite a bit. I mean, going into your protect first thing, with that level of confidence and just having it not pan out, definitely a rough hit to take mentally, I think, especially just at the beginning of this match. Uh, but obviously, best of 11, Poland certainly not out of it yet, but now the ball is in Brazil's court here, so we will see where they go. I would uh, not be surprised to see something like a Nomad 2 or a Nomad 5, just considering their tapping prowess, or, maybe just something else in the DT pool that was left unbanned. Both of the DT tapping maps are gone, but still a strong team as well. But no, we have both protects coming out here in the first two picks, so we're going straight into Hard Rock 1.
Nope, Brazil respecting that HR3 protect first pick, responds with their own. HR1 has been picked out, and it is going to be knife by wait, sorry. Sorry, that is going to be knife by Acrnym.
Yeah,
and it is going to be another custom map for this week. A very tapping heavy HR1, featuring a lot of burst patterns. Definitely favoring Brazil for sure. BPM at relatively high at 200, and Drake time just over 3 minutes.
all of the mechanics you would expect from an L tier custom. So, yeah, definitely a pick that's likely going to favor Brazil here, especially with with them taking that Hard Rock 3 protect off of Poland, and now we are getting into a more mechanics heavy map, which is expected to favor a team like Brazil more. So definitely a scary position for Poland, but we'll see how they perform here. We're gonna see how many roster changes we have here. I'm curious to see. It looks like Brazil is going to be mostly the same. We are just going to be trading out Ketsui for Kereneia, and Poland is so far looking the same as we did on the last match. But no, we are going to be trading out somebody that was in the game for Poland for Madeon Fubuki. Oh man, who the heck was in the game? I'm trying to remember now, but regardless. Yeah, so we got good looks in the chat. So both players are going to be trading out one player for this bigger mechanics-focused Hard Rock pick, and we are going to be getting right into it, it looks like. Yep.
Here we go. As the players load into the lobby, this is Brazil's protect after all. Poland's gonna be fighting a very uphill battle if they want any chance of taking this as a breakpoint to trade out their own breakpoints. Immediately off the bat, though, we see some breaks coming out from both teams. Madeon Fubuki, Pasta, and Lucani all three finding a miss. Z-Storm's also finding a bit of a break at the very beginning, but score is looking relatively even for both players. That is until Zero Bread finds another miss, though. It is going to be 0 FCs as Poland loses all of their combo versus just about 3, I believe.
Yeah, Pasta with a almost FC here, but so far I think the only FC in the lobby actually is Kawa, who is holding on to 99.8 right now through this absolutely brutal mechanics Hard Rock 1, and that is doing a lot of heavy lifting. And honestly, the accuracies in the rest of the lobby aren't anything to scoff at, but it's that 99.8 FC that is doing so much heavy lifting here. We get into some very tricky finger control sections. It catches Fubuki off guard, and that score lead is already approaching 150k, and not appearing to stop anytime soon. I mean, as long as these combos on the side of Brazil are holding, it is technically 1FC, but like you could get away with calling it 4, and I mean Poland recovering pretty well, but just and a break from Zero Bread, and this score lead is just gonna rocket over to Brazil here now, especially with that other break from Fubuki. We got a break from Lucani, but it's just I don't know if it matters. I mean, as long as Kawa holds here, it is an unbelievable uphill battle, and you know, with the strong support from Kakir and shortly before I started talking, so the support from Storm, who went an unfortunate break there, but I mean, it's just Willumina here on the side of Poland at this point, so yeah, not too sure what Poland can really do here at this point.
Oh, and as we get into the very last third of the map, there's still a bit of the map left, but that is 400k and rising for Team Brazil. A crucial miss from Kakir, though. Kana also finding that miss. That is going to be all the combos on Team Brazil gone, and Willumina still holding on to that 1k combo. The last hope of Poland, and the bastion that's holding them in this match still. Sorry, in this map still. Is that going to be enough to make up that score lead? I don't think it's enough. Trying desperately to give Willumina the support that they need, but I don't think there is enough density left in the map to come back from that score lead that Brazil has built up throughout the first 2/3 of that entire map. Lucani also holding on to a very, very nice recovery combo, holding off the decay that is happening to the score lead, and Willumina with that miss secures Brazil another point on the board, 2-0 as the map comes to a close.
Yeah, Willumina tried his best there, but unfortunately I don't think it was going to be enough without help, and it was just help that did not come in time, so does end up with the highest score in the lobby though. Definitely can't shortchange that at all, but yeah, unfortunately, that is going to be another win here for Brazil on their Protect. Not an incredibly dominant point on their Protect, but I mean they did what they needed to do, especially in the accuracy department. I mean, Lucani and Storm above 97, Kawa with the 98.5 S rank on that, and yeah, so. The ball now is back in Poland's court, though, so they do have the opportunity to get things turning around a little bit here. But obviously, Hard Rock, maybe not what they want to target. I guess all that is left is Hard Rock 2 anyway, but I would not be surprised to see Hidden 3 come out here. You know, I don't think you necessarily need to stop picking tech at this point in the match. I don't think that's I think stopping picking tech at this point is kind of a misplay here. I think if you're Poland, you kind of just have to stick to your guns to some extent here, and by going into something like a Hidden 3 or a Free Mod 1, Free Mod 3. So we'll see where they go here, but definitely not over by any means.
I would certainly be looking at that HD pool for sure if I was Team Poland, but I agree with you, Dragon. HD3 would have been much more preferred for me if I was on Team Poland, but HD1 has been picked. It is going to be that aim triple burst general awkward aim check for the pool. A very interesting pick for Poland, but of course, this is a map that is much less mechanically, tapping-wise at least, demanding compared to the other two picks that we've seen so far in the pool, in the match. And we'll see how this change of pacing and skill sets will help Poland out here.
Yep, Hidden 1, Angel of Darkness, your little Edward Bones custom map here, the one and only, so... yeah, CS4 error 9.2. Again, 175. I mean, it's this song. Everyone knows this song. when I saw this, it has the same background as the other map, and I thought it was I thought it was that one, which I was gonna be like, man, this is like low key hard, but no. So a little custom again, less mechanics focused, a lot more hidden aim consistency. So definitely expect some roster shakeups here as we jump from one end of the mod pool to the other. Zero Bread and Archer Bessie is still in the lobby, but we now have Kiori and Ball 3D here on the side of Poland. And for Brazil, we are going to be keeping Kawa and Lucani, but instead we now have Simabuko and Suda 3 here on the side of Brazil as we are getting into this hidden one. Yeah. But I agree with you, Aquatic. I also would have definitely preferred Hidden 3 here if I was Poland, and also if I was me, so I could listen to Outcast Ghetto music. But regardless, we are getting into this Hidden 1 now, so...
Yep, here we go. Slow start to the map. Excuse me. This is going to be a relatively average map length in terms of drain time. 2 minutes and 45 seconds, BPM at 175 on the lower end of this pool. AR 9.2, CS4, everything's very, very average. Lucani finding that first miss, but this is not going to matter too much as we get into the rest of the map.
We have a break from Kawa as well, so, I mean, there's already going to be a non-negligible score lead here as we get through the beginning of the map, just as those players kind of recover the 250-ish combo that they lost here. So, the score lead is looking to be around 50k here, 60k now, 70, as we found another break from Kawa here. Everyone on Poland hitting that stream into the first ki, and we have a break from Suna as well, so it is now 4 FCs to 1 here. It is just Simabuko on the side of Brazil. We have a break from Ball 3D, but it is traded by Simabuko, and so it is now 0 FCs on the side of Brazil with, ooh, wow. It's actually 0 FCs on the side of everyone in the lobby. So it is now just Lucani with anything resembling a combo here. Kawa with a decent recovery as well, but there goes Lucani, so it is just Kawa with this, like, almost 300 combo, and that is actually going to start pulling the score lead back, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be that much if Poland had a combo higher than 100, but, like, as of right now, it is kind of dire straits for them as the score lead flicks back over to Brazil. And at this point, you need a break from Kawa and probably Suda 3 here as they work on a recovery combo of their own here. And yeah, everyone hitting those flow patterns here into the ki, which is really not what you want. You need someone on Brazil to fall apart there, and unfortunately, it's just going to be a break from Zero Bread here. And it's looking like this isn't going to pan out. There's just no map left, and Brazil recovering really well, and just, yeah, more breaks from the side of Poland, and all of a sudden, it's a 250k score gap. Small nuclear bomb explosion there on the side of Brazil, but it just isn't going to be enough. I mean, and a break from Simabuko, but the 400 combo from Kiori in the last 2 seconds of the map is unfortunately not just going to be enough, and Brazil is going to take a 3-0 lead here in this match as we get into their second pick.
Yep, indeed, and that HC1 change of pacing has not worked out for Poland as well as they had hoped for. Of course, a lot of those wide-angle jumps catching them off guard, Brazil just holding on to the more consistent combo and more consistent accuracy in general on this map, and taking that win. It is looking very, very bad for Team Poland here. 3-0, not a point in sight for them. And ball is in Brazil's court right now. It is their pick. They still have a bunch of those mechanics maps left. No mod 5, no mod 2. Yeah, and looking like HD no mod 1 is also probably a very good pick for them as well. Just looking at the just looking at HD1 from just now, yeah, Poland will need to look for some sort of breakpoints on Brazil's next few picks. But there's just so many maps that favor Brazil's skill sets in general that Poland is gonna need to look at themselves and think about exactly what they could do to at least secure a few of their own picks.
Yeah, for sure. But if you're Poland, I feel like you really want to find this point as soon as possible, and preferably right now, because again, they only have one more guaranteed pick left at this point in the match, so it is definitely a scary situation here, especially as we get into a map that we expect Brazil to be favored on. We were talking about them as this very strong mechanics team, and we had bans from Poland on both DT2 and DT3, so Poland definitely understands how strong a team like Brazil is on a map like this, and it was definitely a bit of an uphill battle here, but only one new face here with Aleph coming in here for Brazil. We do have Illumina coming back in for Poland here, or I say Illumina, Willumina, and yeah, other than that, we have Pasta coming back in as well. For the side of Poland, and yeah, so here we are, 240 VPM on this No Mod 5 speed pick. A little bit on the shorter end as well, just shy of 2 minutes here on this map, so definitely a bit of a blink and you'll miss it situation here. First break coming out from Pasta, and definitely an ACK lead here on the side of Brazil. As we get into it, already a 35k score lead.
Yep, and it's No Mod 5 time, baby. This is exactly what you would want. This is exactly the type of map that Brazil is going to absolutely dominate on, and right off the bat, we see that dominance happening right now, just how stable they are on this map. Already 1/3 of the way through, and no misses inside, while Poland has already dropped twice. The recovery combos are coming in very comfortably, though. But the general accuracy and comfort for Brazil is just going to bring the score lead all the way to 200k, even though Poland has that 3-way FC still.
Yeah, again, I feel like I shouldn't say anything, but I also just can't help it. Aleph still holding this double S as we are... see, that's why I didn't want to say anything, man! That's why I didn't want to say anything!
Yeah, but that is still a 99.5 as well as a 99 from Kala, as well as high 97s and high 98s for the other two on Team Brazil. Poland just does not have that kind of accuracy to support themselves on this map here. They have the combo, but Brazil is just looking so comfortable on this No Mod 5, and the map is coming to a close. 300k and rising. Oh, Aleph does find that miss though. Highest accuracy on the lobby does find that first crucial miss, but there is not enough map left for Poland to come back here. 260k score lead for Team Brazil on this No Mod 5. A 3-way FC and an FC choke for Aleph. 3 perfects on the side of Brazil. It just shows just how dominant they are on this speed skill set.
Yeah, and actually double 3-ways for both teams, but unfortunately, I mean, if you look at the scores from Poland, 2 of those FCs are sub 900k, and just, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was just the ACK difference here, bringing this one home for Brazil, and yeah, never really a doubt there. I mean, again, Poland played very well. It's a very good team score on this map, but Brazil just so unbelievably strong. And yeah, so again, we are now on the last guaranteed pick for Poland, so they really need to think carefully about this one, where they're gonna go.
Again, Dragon, like, the HD3 is still there. We have talked about this earlier. That is still there. They could also go for something more gambly. Just because the next pick that Brazil could go for is very much set in stone at this point, I would say. Like, the Nomad 2 is just sitting right there. I mean, HD3 is the very obvious control pick that's still left in the map pool. Both Fremont 3 and Fremont 1 has that mechanics element to it, and while we're talking about those, the HD2 gets picked.
Really?
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
thinking about it.
more gambly picks that I was thinking Poland could
yeah.
try for. I'm still surprised they are not picking that HD3. It seems that they're just generally not very comfortable and not confident that they can take that point off of Brazil, I guess. This HD2 is going to feature some of those awkward aim AR8 patterns. Not too much reading, as that's more present in the Nomad 6, but HD2, it's gonna be an AR8 comfort check, whether or not you can hit those very weird wide angle, somewhat close together actually patterns.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, you mentioned, this is definitely a pretty gambly pick here for Poland. Again, neither team, a particularly strong, reading team. Neither team is particularly any slouches at the skill set, but it's it is far from the first thing you think of when you see either of these teams. But I don't hate this pick at all, solely because it's the best song in the pool. I'm at least gonna enjoy this one. I don't know about anyone else, but with that though, no new faces here on either side, so
Good luck, have fun have been sent out in the chat, and both teams are getting ready into this HD2. For Team Brazil, it is going to be Sonda, Simabuko, Kana, Lucani. For Poland, it's going to be Zero Bread, My Angel Fubuki, Balls 3D, and Kiori.
Absolutely. So, again, definitely an interesting pick from Poland with the Hidden One not working out, because I feel like, even though it is AR8 and there's less, finger control on this map, I mean, they're definitely, somewhat similar, all things considered. They're both fairly awkward aim maps, so we'll see how it goes, but we do have the first break from Simaboko, but it is traded shortly after by Zero Red, so... Oh, we got a break from Lucani as well, so it is going to be 3 FCs to 2 here early. And again, even though it is, these are breaks before 200 combo, this is not a very dense map by any means, so, these breaks are, gonna matter to some extent here, as score is gonna flip very slightly back over to Brazil as we have a break from My Angel Fubuki, but it is gonna be 2 FCs to 2 with just some slightly better recovery combos on the side of Brazil, but there goes Zero Bread, so it is just Ball 3D on the side of Poland, going up against Kawa and Sunda, as well as very strong recovery combos from Simabuko and Lucani, so we do have a break from Lucani though, but that is not one of the FCs, so... Yeah, right now it is just Ball 3D in a Dream. We have a break from Simabuko, but again, that Lucani and Simabuko were not the 2 FCs. Sunda and Kawa still holding strong with identical accuracies, actually. Both, well, not anymore, but both were holding 99.3 there to Ball 3D's 98.4. So, oh no, and there goes the FC from Ball 3D.
Yeah, and that's the FC gone. Last FC gone for Team Poland here. Some recovery combos here and there, but that's just not going to match up to Kana and Sunda's incredible FCs. But as I say that, Sunda finds that miss. Kiori trades. Ball 3D finds another miss as well. But it is 2 combo holders to 1 FC and a recovery from Simabuko on Team Brazil here. Zero Bread and mind you, Fubuki trying their very hardest to keep the bleeding from going any further to the side of Team Brazil. But as I say that, Kana finds that miss. Zero Bread is trading those, finding a chain miss on those circle patterns. Mind you, Fubuki finding another miss as well. Poland has a full combo reset as Simabuko takes up the mantle for Team Brazil, holding onto that 400 combo, being the largest combo in the lobby left, and the score lead is just simply gonna keep going towards the side of Team Brazil. And Dragon, if I don't want to say it too early, but man, there's no combo left on Team Poland. I think this is another breakpoint for Brazil, if I do say
Yeah, I'm afraid this map is just over. I mean, the highest combo on the side of Poland being that 350 from Kiori, accompanied by nobody at the moment. And yeah, I mean, there's just really nothing Poland can do at this point, unfortunately, as Brazil is going to make this one 5-0, taking the third breakpoint of the tournament and bringing them to match point here.
Yeah, and that's the end of that map. HD2 failing the gamble pick for Poland. Brazil is gonna take yet another breakpoint off of the Polish roster, and I mean, Brazil, with their last pick in hand, Nomad 2 is just sitting right there.
Yeah,
Nomad 5 was somewhat actually closer than I had imagined. Brazil holding on to a much more comfortable three-way FC compared to Poland, but Poland definitely did not definitely put up a fight against Brazil there, so they could be a little skeptical of the Nomad 2, but looking at the map length and BPM and just general how stamina draining that this Nomad 2 is, I would say this is Brazil's best pick by far.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like there could still be some like surprises from Brazil if like they're just feeling that confident and there's a map that they really want to play, but like I mean the Nomad 2 just makes so much sense, but we'll see. I don't think that's a hidden pick.
I don't think that is a it'd be very interesting to see. Oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, there it is. Nomad 2. Yeah, the Nomad 2.
Oh, okay. We get to hear Geta music. We get to hear Geta music for a little bit as a treat.
As a treat.
We get to hear it for a little bit as a treat, but nope, no surprises here again. Very stock standard Nomad 2 pick here.
Yep. A map that is very much favored for Team Brazil. It's a very, very long map. One of the longest maps in the pool. Drain time at over 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 24 seconds. BPM at 190. This is a somewhat standard Nomad 2. It's gonna test your flow aim, stamina, just general consistency at the 190 BPM.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is, it is still tapping, but it is a different type of tapping than we have seen so far in this match. So, we will see if Poland stands a better chance here. Again, the Nomad 5 performance was nothing to scoff at from Poland by any means. And, we are now getting into just a lower BPM, more stamina, consistency-focused tapping pick here, obviously, with that Nomad 2. So, we'll see if anything goes any better here for Poland. Again, they also did lose that Hard Rock 1, but that was, again, that was more of a bursty consistency pick, and obviously with that Hard Rock. So, again, just, a very different map here, so we'll see. Nothing guaranteed here for Brazil, but it is definitely a wonderful situation for them to be in. And it looks like we have identical tapping rosters that we had for no F5 if I'm not mistaken.
That would make sense. The tapping players coming in once again for yet another tapping map in the pool. This map is going to be 10 BPM shorter, 10 BPM shorter in terms of compared to the HR1 pick from earlier in the match, being at 190 BPM, but it is a much longer map and much more stamina draining compared to that HR1, with just how long some of these streams are once we get into the middle of that map.
Yeah, and especially brutal to have a stamina pick like this at the very end of a match as well. You know, that's definitely something that can't be understated, but here we go.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the end just yet. Poland still has a chance to get themselves on the board here. Neither teams has found any really misses so far. Accuracy seems relatively equal. Willumina finding a bit of an accuracy drop, being the only person under 98% accuracy. Zero Bread also following suit. But Ball 3D holding onto that 99-14 Poland. Fury with a high 98, while Kana once again, actually never mind, losing out on that SS, but still holding onto the high 99%. Ooh, that's a first miss for 14 Brazil. Aleph finding that first miss, 700 combo in. Saw that as well.
Oh man, so Poland's still holding this 4-way. It is. We are going to see that score lead sliding over despite the small act gap, but yeah. So, and especially we have some lighter sections here. You know, this part not as intensive on the flow, so gonna give Poland a chance to get those combos up as high as they can. Again, 4 people over 1K combo. What did Kana miss on?
Oh, and Kana misses on a slider. That is not good for Team Brazil, and that's a 3-way miss. Not 1/3 of the way through this map. They're still, I mean, as I said earlier, Poland. This is Poland's chance here to come back and bring themselves on the table, on the board here. 4-way FC still holding, all 4 players on Team Poland still holding onto the FC. A bit of an accuracy deficit, but that does not matter anymore, as the combo is just gonna give them such a massive score lead now.
Absolutely, and you know, like, again, we've been talking about Brazil this entire match as that incredibly strong mechanics team, and you know, so far they have been stronger than Poland, but we can't forget how strong Poland is on these maps as well, and all FCs on the side of Brazil are gone, and it's a 400k score lead opponent.
Yeah, indeed it is, Dragon. That is a 400k score lead, and it's gonna keep rising and rising without any stop in sight. The only combo that is even in 4 digits is Aleph, the first break from Team Brazil, but Poland with the 4-way FC is just gonna take the score lead to the moon, and there's no sight of them stopping. They're hitting these flowing patterns, these stamina flowing patterns so comfortably. Ball 3D finally finding that first miss for Team Poland, but it is not going to matter. That's still 3 FCs to none, and Aleph, no support
everyone,
in sight.
And all 3 FCs on the side of Poland hitting these space patterns, and I mean, it's a foregone conclusion by now. I mean, it's now a question of whether this is going to be a 1 million score gap. And I mean, and we're getting there.
Certainly so, and despite our doubts at the beginning of this map, Poland bring out the biggest score difference that we've seen all match so far on a pick that is theoretically Brazil favored, like extremely Brazil favored. Excuse me. And Fury, Willumina, and Zero Bread still holding onto that FC 2.6k combo and rising. Ball 3D finding a few misses here and there, but that is not going to matter. And there's no combo in sight on Team Brazil. Zero Bread finally finding that miss, but Willumina and Kiori, are they going to close out this?
Nope.
Of the entire map, all 4 players on Team Poland breaks, but that is enough. 1.2 3 million score lead for Team Poland. 3.3 million team score on such a stamina draining map against an incredible roster that is an incredible mechanics roster that is on Team Brazil. What a break point for Team Poland. Is this the comeback story that we will see?
Hopefully, man. And yeah, I mean, again, Poland has not. It's not like Poland's been performing badly on these mechanics picks. I mean, like Hard Rock 1 was competitive, Nomad 5 was competitive, but Brazil was just playing so strong on these maps, and I mean, I think that just shows Brazil. I mean, they can't necessarily let their guard down here. Poland is still here to play, absolutely. So, and now with their pick. Is this where we finally see Hidden 3?
I mean, it's been sitting there waiting. I mean, the thing is, there's still a long way before Brazil can be overtaken. Poland needs to somehow get I believe that is one more breakpoint on Team Brazil, as well as not losing any of their own picks. But a Nomad 1 comes out. Very interesting. We saw that HD1 being picked earlier, which is a somewhat similar skill set compared to that Nomad 1. HD1 definitely features a lot more of that finger control element, though, with Nomad 1 being just much more standard aim consistency, hybrid, like some bursts here and there. Just consistency pick overall.
Yeah, again, I mean, this is kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum of the Nomad pool than what has been played so far, but Poland, has had their best scores on the Nomad pool so far, even though, those are both tapping maps, and this is Nomad 1. But, I mean, seeing them pick into Nomad with, how they've been playing on it, I really don't hate it that much, so... Also, shout out Beatmapper Gay Nerd. Who is that?
Yep, but this is going to be one of the longer picks of the map pool as well. Drain time just under 4 minutes. Once again, the BPM is going to be identical to the Nomad 2. So perhaps they're looking for that similar BPM comfortability. As they did on Nomad 2.
Yeah, again, this gay nerd custom, also known as a human Exa here on this Nomad 1. So yeah, I mean, it's a Nomad 1, guys. Last I checked. So.
Here we go. Into this Nomad 1. Will Poland be able to pull off another consistency battle against Brazil on this Nomad 1? Or will Brazil just be able to take this home? Last point, being at match point, just 1 point, 1 mistake from Poland, and it is all over for them. But they're on the board now. They're back in the game. They're looking...
Really from Illumina, but shouldn't matter too much. Again, this map, just shy of 4 minutes, so, quite a bit of time to get a recovery going back up. So, unless this ends up being a 4-way for Brazil, that miss gonna be fairly inconsequential, I think, here.
Yeah, indeed, you said it. I mean, this map is, again, very long at drain time just under 4 minutes. Early misses aren't going to matter nearly as much as compared to some of the other picks that we've seen in this pool so far. But it is still going to require to hold on to that combo as well as accuracy, especially considering this is a Nomad 1 after all. I doubt any of these players are very uncomfortable on a map like this. So we'll have to see how they do.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, but so far, the four-way from Brazil still standing. As we get through this first KI here, Score lead is going to be 60k, just mostly off of the accuracy, honestly, more than anything. And then that really breaks into playing a part as well. But again, not a single player on the side of Brazil below 99.3 right now. So that is definitely going to help them out here through this no 1-1. But yeah, I mean, score lead's still growing. Again, I mean, you know, Poland holding strong. You know, playing for.
Oh no! And that's the 1/3 section. It catches both Beluna and Zero Bread off guard. That is 4 FCs at 99.5. But as I say that, Ketsui finds a miss on absolutely nothing. That's still not enough combo drops for Poland to comfortably be able to come back from this. And Arthur Beastia finds another miss on those cross streams. Kiori being the only one left on Team Poland with any amount of combo left.
Yeah,
Team Brazil still holding on to the 3-way FC. Ketsui finding another miss, but that's not the person that you want to see miss if you're supporting Poland here. Arthur Beastia still finding another miss. Kana trades it. And as well as Kakiri, Kiori versus Simabuko. It is the two 6-digit graduates for both of these teams here. It is up to them whether or not they can hold on, and Kiori loses this battle. Simabuko holding on to the final combo left within this lobby. 297,000 score lead for Team Brazil.
And yeah, I mean, and with the score lead already being 300k and Kiori having the lowest accuracy on the side of Poland, the 1v1 wasn't going to be enough. You were going to need a miss from Simabuko, and he is just holding so strong here through this map. It is now basically just all eyes on Simabuko to see if they can pull off the FC here.
Simabuko very well known for his consistency ever since back in the day when he was still playing in the lower rank ranges. And he is certainly still holding on to that skill set. The aim consistency he has shown throughout this entire map as everyone else in the entire lobby misses. The sole holder of combo left for Team Brazil, 1500 combo and rising. Is he going to be able to close out? And he does. Brazil takes this win, knocking Poland out of the tournament and continuing their run on 5WC, sorry, apologies, 5WC 2026.
Absolutely. So, again, Brazil, after facing that upset in winners round 1 here at the hands of France, is going to be staying alive here in the losers bracket, taking down Poland. Congratulations to them. And so it's Brazil that is gonna have a date with Hong Kong here later this weekend here in losers round 3. I'm not sure when that match is scheduled. I can take a look. Looks like that is going to be at 16 UTC tomorrow. So a bit of an earlier match for for maybe my American folks. I know that's 10 in the morning for me, but no American folks in that match, so that's that's you know, that would make sense. So unfortunately, we are going to be saying goodbye to Poland here, but you know, definitely not a performance to scoff at from them, and not leaving empty-handed either. You know, had to take a match off the hands of Thailand in order to get here in the first place. So you know, definitely a commendable performance from them throughout this tournament here and in the bracket stage as well. So with that, I think we're good.
Yep. So, and my aquatic joining me in the commentary booth today is Dragon. We'll see you guys when we do. Stay tuned, because we'll have some more matches later in the day. Goodbye.